Hey guys, deadbydawn93 here, back to do a review. And the movie that I'm going to be reviewing, I actually just finished watching, and I literally loved this movie. I thought it was one of the coolest movies I've seen in a really long time. It's Hobo With A Shotgun, right here. Let me get into it about what it's about. Basically, the whole movie, the movie starts out, and you see a hobo get off of a train. And well, you see a hobo, and he's riding a train, and basically he's looking out at a new, looking out at a town, and it looks very beautiful and everything. And basically he's just going there just to, start a new life in this new town. And little does he know is that when he gets there, it is chaos everywhere in the streets. People are getting mugged. There are people, beaten up. The whole town is pretty much in ruins because of the crime rate is just so extreme that that everything is just messed up, and it's pretty much everything that you can think about bad that would go on into a town is going on. There's fights, there's rape, there's pretty much everything, prostitution. Well, basically he goes into town and he has no respect. No one really cares that he's there. And, he's pretty much appalled by what he sees. He hates everything that's going on in the town because all he really wants is just a nice, home. He just wants this a nice, family, type of, you see, like at one point you see him looking into a store, and there's a little camera. I mean, there's a little not a camera. There's a little TV, and it's showing like an old movie of pretty much an American family, and the dad's like mowing the lawn and stuff. And so basically, he pretty much just wants that. He wants everything. He wants peace is what he wants. And unfortunately, there's a huge crime rate, and it all starts from this guy named Drake, and this guy named Drake, and he's basically responsible for the entire town going into chaos. Him and he's got these two sons, and basically they're dressed all nice. They're dressed in these white jackets with these ties and things like that, and they're kind of like mobsters, but not really. But basically they pretty much just go around and just beat on people. They kill them just for fun. So basically, the hobo he ends up becoming friends with this prostitute, who he ends up saving from almost being raped and murdered, and they become good friends and things. And basically he just gets tired of seeing the crime and seeing just all this chaos that he basically grabs a shotgun and just ends up blowing every single bad person away. Like in the scene in the movie, he's been saving up little change that people have been giving him, and he goes into a hardware store to buy a lawnmower because he wants to actually start his own business of mowing people's lawns, and the entire place is about to get robbed, basically. And there's this guy threatening to shoot this woman if the cashier doesn't give him money, and then they threaten to shoot the baby, which is pretty fucked up. But basically he just grabs a shotgun and starts blasting them all away. There's so many good stuff about this movie. First of all, the gore is over the top and cheesy as hell. Since the first scene in the movie, the guy, Drake, and his two sons, they're intimidating this guy who I guess used to be part of their group, and screw him over. And what they do is there's a scene of it right here. What they do is they put this latch on his neck, and they drop him down into a sewer pipe, and they put barbed wire around his neck, like a fence, and then they tie it to a rope and tie it around this car, and then they pull it, and it cuts his head off, and the blood just squirts up everywhere. The gore is just over the top and goofy. Every shotgun blast, blood just squirts out everywhere. But basically, it's just him and the prostitute, and they're pretty much just they want to move away, get out of town, and they just want to hurry up and leave. But basically, the guy Drake, he has connections to the police, and what he does to get the rest of the townspeople against the hobo is that he actually his two sons burn an entire school bus filled with children, and he basically just says that he's going to kill every other child in the entire village, in the entire city, unless they can bring him the hobo. So basically the entire town is against him and trying to kill him. But the gore is over the top, like I said. Another thing I love is the one-liners in this movie. Like one point, one of the sons is one of the guys that's fighting against the hobo, and he's like he's talking about Mother Teresa. Like Mother Teresa was I was finger banging Mother Teresa in hell or something like that, and the hobo's like Mother Teresa was a saint and blows his head off. It's really over the top, cheesy, gory. You know, from the point that we began, it was a wild ride all the way through. I cannot recommend this movie enough. Basically, this is one of the best movies I've seen in a really long time. You know, this is like a 1-disc edition. I know there's a 2-disc edition of it out, but I'd settle for this one. It's only $10. Yeah, really good movie. You know, the girl who plays the prostitute in the movie, or in the movie, her name is Abby. She's pretty attractive too, so that also helps. And she's probably the most likable of all the characters, and she ends up helping the hobo at the end, pretty much try to get rid of everybody. Like I said, the cops are in on it, and it's a very, very over the top movie, very, very entertaining and very, very fun. You know, and I highly recommend this to anyone and everyone because it is incredibly enjoyable. I really don't want to go in further because I really don't want to give anything away. I don't want to give away a lot of the death scenes, but the death scenes are great. This is some of the most innovative death scenes that I've seen in a movie. You know, and I don't want to give away all the really awesome stuff. You just have to check this out if you haven't seen it. But you know, anyway, guys, that was my review for Hobo With A Shotgun. Like I said, very great movie, well acted, lots of gore, lots of blood, and yeah, guys. So that was my review. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.